The long-term forecast for the next few days is going to be a cold snap coming in with some rain. So I think that's a good indicator to tidy the beds up. Disposing of these sunflower stalks can be a bit of an issue because they don't decompose really well, just like the sprouts. But we've still got about 4 bin collections, green bins, so I'll be chopping these up and getting them away. I'm just about to fell these 4 or 6, I think, other sunflowers. Looking down here now, you can see the rhubarb has had its day and has actually died back, more or less. But turning round, look at the sweet corn. I must say I'm very disappointed with this year. Although the cobs have matured into a decent size, I've actually only got 1 cob on each plant, which is a pear show compared to last year, because I did grow the same variety, which is lark. So I'm afraid that will be making an appearance next year. One which seems to have done well across the site and the other sites is one called Incredible, and I think I'll be trying that. And while we're on the subject of sunflowers, you may recall there was a sunflower challenge. Well, I was fortunate enough to get the one with the largest diameter flower head, and it was run by MuddyBootz Allotment, that's NICKS. Put a link underneath to his channel, and he kindly sent me the prize of a nice mug there, sunflower coaster, and a badge. So thanks for that, Nick. It was a great challenge, and I see that Mike Jacobs won the tallest sunflower, so well done, Mike. I'll be trying to beat you in that one for next year. Anyway, carry on with the big clean-up, and I'm just going to get the sweet corn out now. This is the final offerings of the sweet corn, and I say I'm very disappointed with this variety called lark, although last year it did do very well. I only had 1 corn on the cob on each stalk, which is very disappointing. Usually 2 at least. I've had 3 or 4 in the past. Next year I'll be growing the variety Incredible. You may recall I'd planted a few buckets of potatoes ready for Christmas. Just about to move these into the greenhouse, and the dreaded blight has got hold of them. And as you can see, no more. I'm just getting the remains what's left in the greenhouse now, and as you can see, I've still got a couple of, well, 3 nice peppers. Yeah, I'll be picking those, say, because I want to get all the plants out the greenhouse and actually give it a good tidy up. You may recall we had an issue with the plot next door to me, which was getting overrun through lack of maintenance. Well, there's been a bit of a movement on there. The tenant has eventually relinquished the plot, but unfortunately the condition it was left in, nobody had taken it on. So me and another plot holder have took it on ourselves. We've had to go at clearing it up. As you can see, that was about 3 or 4 feet high of weeds right the way across, and it took a good day to do it. Put most of the stuff underneath that pile there with a bit of tarp over the top. Keep it dry, and hopefully we'll be able to get a burn around about bonfire night. So here we have the greenhouse cleaned out with the tomatoes gone, the peppers and cucumbers. I'll just give the borders a light rake over. I've tipped the soil out of the pots into the borders. Originally, as I said, the potatoes for Christmas was going to go in here, but because the blight has almost wiped them out, that's not going to happen now. You'll most likely recall this was the bed that I grew the massive crop of crimson crush tomatoes, together with the lovely dahlias and the cosmos. And now we're approaching the very end of October, just a few days left. As you can see, the cosmos is still in full bloom. Unfortunately, the bed's got to be cleared out, and although I don't like it, they've got to come out. The sheer weight of the cosmos has collapsed itself. First time we're growing, but definitely not the last. As you can see, it's 28th of October, and look there. This is one of the 5 or 6 wool cow dahlias that I put in. As you can see from my hand, the stem is huge. I'm not going to take these out yet. What I'll do is cut them down to about 6 inches stalk above the ground and just leave them until we do get the first frost, and then I'll lift the tubers. We've had a great day so far, and the sun's been out, but because we're living on I think borrowed time with the weather, what I'm going to do now, I've decided, is to actually dig up the dahlia tubers. That there is one of the wool cow pound dahlia tubers. As you can see, it's massive. This one's called Lavender Perfection. I'm going to get the first parsnip out for the season, although we haven't had any frost. Looking at the weather forecast, the next few days we've got some cold snaps coming in. Anyway, we need one for lunch, so I'm going to take this one out. It's a little thingy, not too bad, but that'll do for a nice meal. And got another one on the side, looks like a separate seed. I've just spent the last hour or so weeding the asparagus bed, cut all the ferns down now, and one thing about the asparagus, it's important to get as many weeds out as you can, especially the perennials, but least of all, do not disturb the roots, because the roots are quite near the top and they don't like that. So hopefully I'll put a top dressing of manure on that now, and that'll see them through till the next spring. Continuing on with the clean-up, I've removed the green plastic barrier fencing from around the 2 beds of sour palmetto potatoes. Now, the original plan was to leave these in, well, up to Christmas, but maybe a bit longer. Use them as required. Yeah, I'm running a little bit low on spud, so we'll be starting to dig a few up. But with all the rain we've had, and you can see down here, it's starting to wash the soil down, and a lot of the potatoes are coming up to the top. So rather than risk losing more than I need to, look at that one, there's one there, look at that's a decent size. Rather than risk losing more than I need to, I think these will be coming out within the next week or so. Well, the sun's starting to drop now, and the temperature's dropping even faster. So, had a good day today. Just mainly weeding. I'll just show you what we've done. So we took the barrier netting from around there and took all the surface weeds off the potato bed. Still got that little corner to do. This was the old onion bed. I've dug through that. There's been a few casualties. That board on the end there is split, so that'll need replacing, and I've got a couple more. Still this bed to go between the leeks, and also that one. Had a bit of a clear out with my wood store, so just pop it over here. This is the allotment which was been left abandoned, and me and one of the other committee members cleared it. So that's the situation at the moment. All that stuff there is to be burnt, and hopefully that'll be done for bonfire night. This bed here is where the peas were. That's more or less cleared up now, apart from this beetroot. And the bed on the end was the sweet corn, and still got some celery left in there. Coming down here, the swede has started to put some size on there, and I've got some decent size crops in there, so I'll be looking forward to picking those. And so that's already for today. We'll see you tomorrow.